Hey guys, whatever you do, do not homestead. I'm just kidding, or am I? That's what we're going to talk about today. Homesteading has exploded over the past 4 to 5 years, sparked by COVID. Well, at least it did for us. With the COVID shutdown, empty store shelves, supply chain demands. But statistics show that homesteaders actually get out after about 3 years. So if you're interested in homesteading, watch this video to the end. We're going to break down the reasons why you should not homestead, which in turn out to be the reasons that you actually do homestead. First thing we need to do is define what a homesteader actually is. Joel Salatin says this.
Homesteader is anyone who mentally, intentionally moves toward a less dependent, or shall we say disentangled lifestyle from the system. And so you don't have to, have a goat or a cow to be a homesteader. You have a homestead mentality. And that means, for example, maybe you go to farmer's market and you buy a bushel of green beans, take them home and can them, for example, for your family. That's a homesteader mentality. You may not, it means that you might be in a herd share. Getting raw milk in a herd share, and you make your own yogurt, okay, from the raw milk that you get in the herd share. That's a homesteader mentality.
And homesteading is going to look different to each person. People like ourselves are drawn to a simpler lifestyle, but unfortunately YouTube makes it look easier than it really is. The first reason you should not homestead is it's hard. In the rain again. Gonna move the chickens, gotta move the chicken tractors in a monsoon. Rain or shine, the homestead is gonna need you. Animals need to be moved and fed daily, regardless of the weather. We have been in tropical storms. We have been in pouring down rain. Regardless of all that, your homestead needs to be taken care of daily.
So they got one more move tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, they'll get their final meal, and then we restrict the food for 24 hours. And hopefully by then, this tropical storm will be past.
The second reason you shouldn't homestead is, just like that building behind me, you're gonna fail. As a homesteader, you're gonna make mistakes and you are gonna get frustrated. People shy away from failing. They only post their success on social media, and a lot of times we post our mistakes. There's plenty of YouTube videos that we've made and we look back on and we wonder why we did things the way that we did. But that helps us to learn from them and also get feedback from our viewers. And when you make a mistake, you just can't take yourself that serious. If you do, you're going to be stressed out, and regardless of any projects or anything that you do, you're going to have this failing mindset going into it, and that's going to defeat you and get you frustrated.
Ish. So 6. This would only be 8 to 1.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
This would be exactly what we have right now.
Okay.
I mean,
is it going to be big enough?
that's why I don't think it will be. Only because...
So do we go 6 by 4? At least it would be wider.
It gives us a little bit extra room to grow the block.
Okay, so basically what we decided was to change it a little bit and do a 4 by 6 or 6 by 4. So this will be a Chickshaw 4.6. It was a 4.0, now it's 4.6. I mean, it's just what you do until you get it out here and like visually see it, what it looks like. It just looked too small. 4x4 looked too small for all the chickens that we have, and they're full-grown hens and 2 roosters. I just don't think they would have, I mean, they would be squished in there.
With nesting boxes.
I guess we're dropping back and punting here and going 4x6.
And you can see with this split rail, I didn't quite get the distance like I needed it to be, and there's too much of an overlap or an overhang from the previous split rail. So there's going to be some finagling and have to maneuver some things around, but eventually we get it to fit.
And that leads into the third reason why you shouldn't homestead is you're gonna feel inadequate. And I know I've said this before in previous videos, but comparison really is the thief of joy. I can't tell you how many times I look on YouTube and watch other homesteaders and look on Instagram and see everybody's highlight reel and think, man, I'm nowhere near where they are. And it makes you feel inadequate, like you're just not going to meet some homesteading standard. But I've got to remind myself that those people have been doing this for years. I've got to just put my head down, run my own race, and just focus on what I need to do to get my property and my homestead up to where we need to be. The fourth reason why you shouldn't homestead is you're going to look crazy. Who has time for all that? Who wants to take care of animals and do all of those chores when I can just go to the store and buy my own chicken and buy my own cow and buy my own vegetables? Well, people call the chicken lady crazy until everybody started running out of eggs, and everybody started fearing that we're going to have this chicken meat shortage. COVID opened our eyes to being okay with being called one of those crazy homesteaders who catches rainwater, who has pigs in their yard, who has chickens running around. And we're okay with that. It will not make sense to others who don't have the same goals and vision that you have in mind. And that's okay. And the fifth reason why you shouldn't homestead, it's going to require sacrifice. It's going to require money, time, energy, and you just have to make priorities on what you spend your money on. We choose to spend it on chicken feed and brooder houses and all those things that are going to allow us to be a little bit more self-reliant and self-sufficient. But the more money you put in homesteading at the beginning, the faster you'll be on the way out. Daniel Salatin said in one of his conference talks.
We also see an inverse relationship to how long you keep the farm versus how much money you spend on it. So if you're spending money like a drunken sailor, you're going to be putting the for sale sign up really fast. So one of the things that I'm going to help today is talk about is spend less. I want to see you spend it very slowly. You've already invested possibly your life savings into this land, and so you don't need to go invest your next life savings in the rest of the stuff, right? I mean, how many times have we seen everybody run out, they've bought their piece of property, the next thing they do, they go right down to the local equipment dealer. I won't call any names of green or yellow or orange or whatever, but you're going down to the local equipment dealer and you buy not only the tractor, but you're buying every single attachment front and back because you have to be able to mow your field, fix your fence, push your snow, lift it, right? Now suddenly you're not farming, you're just a great big depreciation hole for all of your equipment. And then when you sell it, it goes on Facebook Marketplace or at an equipment sale, and you've lost half of your life savings because you've spent it all. So I want you to have very, very affordable products. I want you to have things that will keep you from spending all of your savings so that you keep it. Okay? I don't want you to lose your property. I do not want to see the for sale sign up because that puts your money in someone else. So again, when you're thinking about buying something, you think, okay, Daniel said the more I spend, the better chance I have of not being here. So don't spend the money if at all possible, because I really believe that. I mean, I don't do a ton of consulting, but I do a little bit. And the more I see, the more consulting I do, the more money they spend. And so the richer they are, the more money they're throwing at stuff like, oh, we'll just buy that. We'll just take care of that. I'm going, oh, gosh, this is going to be a for sale. And unfortunately, it is. And I don't want that for you.
But the reason why we endure all the negativity, all the struggles, the failures, the inadequacies, the craziness, and the sacrifice is because it's worth it. We are teaching our kids hard work and responsibility Asking a teenager to go feed chickens or pigs when it's pouring down rain outside is tough. Also, when issues in the world happen, and they will, people say, I wish I had been more prepared. And this lifestyle is not for everyone. And I do think that we glamorize it too much just to show some level of homesteading success. People get this false sense of homestead honeymoon phase, and then they start getting frustrated, not seeing the things they want to see success-wise, and then they get out. Believe me, we have struggled with all of these topics and continue to struggle, but you have to keep the main thing the main thing. Building a legacy of hard work, self-sustaining lifestyle that can be passed down to our kids and to their kids one day. Well, we hope this video was helpful for you on your homesteading journey. Whether you're just starting out or you've been at homesteading for a while, leave a comment below. Encourage somebody. If I missed a point that could be helpful in why you should homestead, leave that comment below. And if you couldn't tell by the video, the reasons why we said you shouldn't homestead are actually the reasons why you should. Life is tough. Life is hard. You're going to go through struggles, and that's okay. Let your test be your testimony. Your message needs to get out to possibly encourage somebody who is struggling with their homesteading journey to not give up on it. And we hope that this video is encouraging to you. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.